Hey y'all, Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to the channel. Listen, I'm here for us to talk about Big Brother. Okay, we have to get into it. I am a little bit behind, but I thank you guys so much for hanging in there with me. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Make sure you're coming in, you're liking, and you subscribing. All right. Make sure you're sharing the video as well. All right. Now I'm gonna be honest. Y'all not viewing how y'all should be viewing when it comes to these reviews, but I'm also enjoying the show. So I'm enjoying coming back, chit chatting with you guys because it is a great escape from all of the drama at the same time, the normal drama that I may typically cover. So I do kind of like it. So I'm keeping it going until I'm not. But I mean, girl, the show gonna be over with in a minute. But anywho, let's get back into it. All right. So we are back. I believe this is episode 14, I think. So y'all know that Mickey is HOH at this time. Now, Keanu got his stuff up off the block based on the last veto, and he's deciding to use it for himself. Now, she tells Jimmy at the very last minute, right before they go out there, and lets him know, like, hey, you're going to be on the block. So she puts Jimmy on the block. He's completely shocked. Rachel is so upset, but everybody else in the house is fucking ecstatic. Okay? Riley is so happy that he not on the block, and also the fact that because no, he's not happy that he's not on the block, but it's more so him being happy about the fact that Catherine is not on the block, right? So he's happy about that. Keanu is happy that he survived, and the main man that was coming for him since the beginning is now on the block. Like, they are loving it because also they see Jimmy as a part of that Rachel clique. So it's another person off the board for Rachel. So I just feel like when I think of that, it's like, dang, Mickey, what are you doing? You kind of playing yourself because I am on the side right now of Rachel, Mickey, Will, and those on that side. Okay, I'm more so team over there with it. Okay, and you over there fucking up the thing is what I feel like you're doing. I do understand her feeling betrayed by Jimmy, but I feel like she should have went with another decision. Now, I do feel like her choosing Jimmy is a bold decision to have choose, even though it does not make sense, right? It was, hey, expect the unexpected. I'm finna hit y'all with a whammy. And yeah, you got the wow and the shock factor out of us, but is it really gonna make sense for your game long term? Now, Jimmy says that he would have never turned on her, but I don't really believe that. At some point, you definitely would have turned on her because you're already turning on her now. You're already turning on her now. So, anywho, let's get back into it. So, Mickey, once Jimmy was put on the block and stuff, Mickey walking around sniffling, acting like she crying or she is crying. And for me, I'm gonna be honest, y'all, it's giving fake. It's fake, 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 fake. Okay. Um, my thing is with Mickey, stand in what you said. Why are you over here trying to put on, act like you crying, acting like you're emotional when you don't care? And I would much respect that more than you trying to put on for Jimmy. Like, oh my God, I'm sorry. I hate that I had to do it. I hate when people make a decision, then cry about it and say, I hate that I had to do it. Well, you had other options. It's plenty of options in the house you could have chose. But you chose him. Hell, y'all could have chose Zach, who I feel has been flying under the radar. You damn sure could have chose Catherine because of fuck Riley, right? And you also could have chose Lauren. Like, it was just other people you could have chose. And I'm not opposed. Don't get it twisted now. I'm glad Jimmy gone. Like, I don't care if Jimmy's there or not. Like, bye. Because he was getting on my nerves a bit. But at the same time, it's like, for your game and me being a person that liked you, do you really think that made sense for your game ultimately? I don't know, but we're gonna keep going. Rachel pulls Jimmy outside because she like, listen, I don't know what the hell going on. I don't know what Mickey thinking in her head. I don't know why she made this decision. Like, everything is giving stupid dumb. Stupid dumb dumb. Right? Rachel says there's literally no point in putting you up when he's not even coming for you. Like, why would you do this? She says, you know what? I really feel like this was a Vince or a Mickey decision because I feel like they're the ones running her HOH. And I said, you know what? You kind of right. Like, it's not so much as Vince as it is Mickey, but Vince definitely dropped a bomb. He gave her a bomb, and then who was it? I think it was Keanu that came back and verified it and confirmed it. Like, come on. Like, honestly, Jimmy definitely did it to his damn self. We all have to be clear about that. Like, he did it to himself. So it is a bit of a shrug of a shoulder for me. Like, I don't care, but I'm just hoping that this works out for Mickey. But Mickey, as the episode goes on, I just become more disappointed in you and less of a fan. Or shall I say a supporter? So Ashley says that this was terrible for Mickey to do, and she thinks that this was a power move by Morgan and Vince. So all three of them are feeling like this is Morgan and Vince. And let me tell you, y'all are so on point with it because the way Mickey had to rely on Morgan's thoughts to make her own decision when it comes to HOH pissed me the fuck off. To the point where Morgan was literally acting like this was her HOH, saying, yeah, I can't lose Vince. Like, that's going to be devastating to me. Like, girl, fuck you. This ain't even your HOH. You didn't even win, girl. Like, at the end of the day, I got to play the game for myself too, boo. Okay, and Mickey, excuse me, I need you to see Morgan for who she is, because she's going to play you out in the end. Yes, it's cool, keep her calm, keep her close, but and you know that she got, and that's the other thing, you know she got an alliance with Zach and Vince, and she ain't even really tell you about it. You just peep what's what. Like, girl, fuck Morgan. Like, I guess. But it's just the game, right? So, at this point, I'm ready for Mickey to go because she pissed me off. I'm ready for Morgan to go. I'm ready for Vince to go and Catherine's ass. Those are 4 people that need to be going back to back to back to back for me at this time, right? Because I just didn't like how Mickey was moving in the house. So Zach and Vince and Lauren, they all somewhere jumping for joy. Knowing Jimmy's on the block, they excited because they all safe. They excited that it's not Vince. They excited because Jimmy was never a part of their alliance anyway. Even though he came to them at the last minute, like, no. So Riley and Catherine, they all hugged up on each other. Let me tell y'all, I need to see more from Catherine for me to believe that she's actually into Riley. I feel like Catherine is using the fuck out of Riley, and I feel like she knows exactly where she has him for him to be up there in a position to save her from getting eliminated. Like, what? So she's literally going to be using your alliance in the house, or shall I say, she's going to be using your alliance, or so much as your energy, your how you show up in the home, as a shield for her. And I don't like that. I don't like this girl. But anyway, so Mickey talks with Jimmy. And while she's over there talking to Jimmy, like, you could tell that he doesn't want to hear nothing that she has to say. I don't want to talk to you. Like, girl, get away from me. Go away from me with this. So she tells him that she didn't like the gameplay that he was doing because she thought that they were all supposed to be on one team. And he said, well, shit, I did too. I thought we were supposed to be on the team together too. Yeah. Like, what you talking about? So Jimmy says, I'm going to win this blockbuster. I just want you to know. But even when I win it, like, I don't even know who the hell I could trust. Like, out of all y'all, because y'all just played me out. And it's like, but Jimmy, the move that you pulled, baby, like, that was suspect and that was shady. And I feel like they shouldn't have trusted you because you over here trying to build up your alliances on the front end. And with the other folks, you want to set it up to where you don't go home, but they all come together to vote the people that you support. Like, granted, that's how you kind of should play, in my opinion. You should be in this game for yourself. But I don't know if the timing was bad or what, but you played yourself though, because you did show yourself with you being in multiple alliances. You don't know how to really show up for everybody, I feel. And it becomes apparent, like when you had your HOH, you didn't take their opinions heavily into consideration as you did Rachel and others. But I feel like the same thing could be said for you, Mickey. You about doing the same damn thing because you not, well, here's the other difference. Well, you might be in an alliance with Rachel, right? But you ain't really taking their thoughts into consideration. So if Rachel push your ass on the block, you got to understand, should she get HOH? Because you didn't really take what she said into consideration. Just like y'all felt Jimmy didn't do that for y'all. So it is what it is. Like, game, I feel like the game may be getting more interesting. So let's see. So he tells her that if he goes home under her HOH, this will be a really big loss. And I was like, you know what? It might be if she don't go over to the other side with Morgan and try to make further alliances with other people, because in all honesty, she helped y'all out. So the fact that Mickey, who wasn't really communicating with y'all before, helped y'all out by getting Jimmy out the house, y'all need to be trying to forge some type of alliance with her. And she know how to keep a secret. She kept the secret for about, a week or two when she decided to snatch that HOH up. Like, yeah, y'all may not have liked how she did it, but in all honesty, she did what a lot of y'all would have did had y'all heard y'all name being on the block. So you might want to lean yourself over there. Maybe I'll be back over there as a supporter. But right now, Mickey, I'm not featuring you. You need a few more days. So Jimmy says if he wins HOH again, her name will be at the top of that list. That's what he said in the DR. So Catherine is continuing to play in Riley's face, in my opinion, about him doing whatever he can to keep her there. And Jimmy wants, not Jimmy, but Riley wants this kiss from her so bad, y'all. So it was like the perfect timing. The music was playing. You would have thought that they was finna kiss. Baby, the way they had that screeching noise coming from the hammock with Ava, I fell the fuck out. When I tell y'all, Ava had me fucking cackling, and then she fell out the hammock. Baby, let me tell y'all, I want Ava to win this show. At this point, I wasn't too sure, but I think I'm sure now. Ava definitely flies under the radar just a little bit, but it appears, and this is spoiler alert, from what it's been looking like, okay, based on live feeds and stuff, it looks like Miss Ava may have won HOH, okay? And good for her. Shout out to her, good for her. I do believe that she may have won it coming up. And listen, I'm just here. I want Ava to win. That's how I feel in this moment. It can always change. I was rooting for Mickey from ATL. I'm like, yes, I'm with my girl, but you did not have that great of a HOH week, even though you did make a big move, in my opinion, with getting Jimmy out. It was a big move that didn't make a whole lot of sense, but I got you. Okay. Maybe you felt like that was a threat. And I also kind of understand it from that angle too. But okay, girl. However, Ava, you can go ahead and win this, girl. Just go ahead and win it. Just go ahead and win it. So, Ashley and Will, right? Ashley and Will don't want Jimmy to go home. Ashley is trying to see how they could get 6 votes. And I said, the more I look at this, the more I think Mickey may have fucked up. Just a little bit. I don't know. We're going to see. Now, I said, because she don't have many alliances, you just sent Jimmy home, which cuts into your votes for yourself. Because even with him being shady for the moment, he still wasn't really going to go against you like he said. At some point, he would have, but not anytime soon. So with that being said, and knowing how you played Riley out, and knowing that Riley already had people on his side, you just cut into your votes. And if it came down to choosing Riley over you, they're gonna choose Riley over you. Like, you didn't think this all the way through. You literally thought on impulse. And I do feel like you didn't think about this from a game perspective. You thought about this from a emotional perspective. Miss, it's just a game. It's just a game. So for me, y'all let me know your thoughts about this though, because I'm just not really featuring Mickey and how she moved with that. So even though I don't care that Jimmy went home, so even if it was another person on her team, it still wouldn't have made sense because you cut into your own votes just a bit. But whatever. Zach says everything Ashley says is true. Okay, first of all, Ashley and Will go to talk with Zach. They trying to convince Zach to go ahead and vote for Jimmy, or at least vote for Jimmy to stay, more so vote for Kelly. He said, I don't know, because a lot of people in the house ain't really featuring him. So they're talking to him, trying to convince him. And Zach says everything that Ashley is saying, like, you right or whatever, because Kelly has been winning a lot of the BB blockbusters. So I don't really know. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but you making a compelling opinion. However, he needs Jimmy out this house. So Jimmy has a one-on-one with Vince, and Vince tries to check the temperature. Jimmy tries to check the temperature when it comes to Vince. Jimmy says that he hadn't known, or he doesn't know who he could trust at this point, right? He says, but he do believe that he could trust him. And I said, baby, this the one that sold you out. And you don't even know. I can't wait till you watch the show. I would love to get Jimmy's opinion on learning that Vince was the one that sold him the hell out. I would love to see it. Jimmy asks for his vote and says if he wants to gain trust with Rachel, then this is one of the ways to do it, which is by keeping one of her close people in the house. Baby, Vince not finna do that. Vince has been a very interesting character. I cannot wait until everybody sees how Vince threw one of these competitions and how he was playing, y'all. The way Vince and his mustache be up here playing, y'all, Vince better not win this show. There are at least 3, I'm going to say at least 2 people 1,000% that I do not want to win this show, and that's Catherine and that's Vince. Those are 2 individuals that everybody else, if I'm not featuring you, I could deal at this moment. But at this time, those 2 better not win this fucking show, especially Vince. So it's time for the BB blockbuster, and I'm not even going to go about explaining the game. If y'all watched the show or didn't watch the show, just know that Riley won that BB blockbuster, okay? Getting himself off the block. So now it's going to be left to Jimmy, and it's also going to be left to Kelly. They get up there, they do their speeches or whatever. Kelly didn't have much to say, but Jimmy literally gave a speech. One thing Jimmy gonna do is write down something and remember what he said. Okay, he talking about something. He said, I live in Washington D.C., so I know how I know what I need to do to sway a vote, America. Yeah, this ain't what you thought it was. Okay, so he does the speech, and then now it's time for voting. Everybody except for Rachel and Ashley voted for Jimmy. Everybody in the house voted for Jimmy except for Rachel and Ashley. And it was funny because when Ashley voted for Kelly to go home, she walked outside, she talked to Will, had some conversation with him, then ran back inside and said, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry I changed my vote. I vote out Jimmy." And I'm like, huh? So did you not want to vote out Kelly because you didn't want to be on Kelly's bad side? Like, fuck Kelly. Like, huh? I don't know. That was so confusing. They said that's the first time in Big Brother history that something like that has happened, where a person tried to come in and change the vote. Baby. Julie said, nope, not going to count. Not here. Can't sit here. No, ma'am, not going to count. It's not going to count this way. He will be exiting. Okay. Or at least your vote, the first vote you gave, will be standing. So at the end of the day, it was announced that Jimmy was leaving, and Jimmy did exactly what I wanted him to do, which was not hug everybody. When he got up, he hugged Rachel, he hugged Ashley. He said, "This is one thing you can remember me by." One of the things he did was like threw his glasses. I guess that was something he would typically do. So he threw glasses, walked out. He said he loved everybody. They said, "Bye, Jimmy." It was what it was. But yeah, I want to hug none of them fake ass bitches. Like, hell no. Especially if it's like that. Yeah, no, I'm gonna only hug the two people I know that voted for me. So he says when it came down to it, who he thought probably voted for him to stay were Rachel, Ashley, and or Catherine. Come to find out, it was those two, Rachel and Ashley. But Julie said something about him, it being very interesting for him to find out who was the person that actually flipped on him. I think he said he thought it was Morgan or maybe even Mickey or something like that, because he really felt betrayed by those two ladies when he said he would have walked into the sun with them. So he says, right? But they flipped on him, so he thinks that it was more influence on Mickey by Morgan than anything. And I can't wait for him to find out who that person was, right? Vince. Now, once Jimmy was getting ready to leave, Mickey, she pretty much was acting like she was shedding a tear or something like that. I think I put in my notes. Jimmy goes out. Oh, no. I said Mickey didn't shed a tear. I think she didn't shed a tear like she tried to do earlier on. And I'm like, you should have just stayed that person. Just like when she went and pulled him to the side to have a conversation with him and say, "I just didn't like the gameplay." And he says, "Oh, well, if I go home under your HOA, it's going to be a big loss." And she's like, "I know." Like, all of that shit is fake. Like, cut it out. Anywho, Jimmy thinks, no, we got into all of that. The short answer is he thinks that Morgan had a hand in it, and she did. Morgan was running Mickey's HOH like it was hers, and that was so devastating to see. Like, girl, no, man. Terrible. Trash. But that's all I got. Quick little recap of the latest episode of Big Brother. Leave your thoughts and comments down below. I'm Jami, that's me. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.
Tell him I preach to the choir. Stand with my feet to the fire. Give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters. I'm silent. Nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification. Them numbers hit like it's a proxy. Cashed out at the ATM. And the ATL, they done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATF. Got them trying to clone me like Agent Smith. Game time, I invaded gym. High elevated, I can face the rim. Putting shots up. I got laser focus, about to take it over. I'm Invader Z. I'm on a trip to Florida.